Everybody, let's get straight into the speech. What are we? Tuesday, the 20th of February, 2024. Let's have a look at this. Mindset right about money. Let's go make it a fucking green day. Right. 11 destroyers. Oh, shit. Hold on. That's not meant to be on. Sorry. All right. I'm not really listening to much Pet Shift at the moment. Whenever destroyers appear among men, they start by destroying money. For money is men's protection and the base of a moral existence. Destroyers seize gold and leave to its owners a counterfeit pile of paper. This kills all objective standards and delivers men into the arbitrary power of an arbitrary setter of values. Gold was an objective value, an equivalent of wealth produced. Paper is a mortgage on wealth that does not exist, backed by a gun aimed at those who are expected to produce it. Paper is a check drawn by legal looters upon an account which is not theirs, upon the virtue of the victims. Watch for the day when it bounces, marked, account overdrawn. When you have made evil the means of survival, do not expect men to remain good. Do not expect them to stay moral and lose their lives for the purpose of becoming the fodder of the immoral. Do not expect them to produce when production is punished and looting rewarded. Do not ask, who is destroying the world? You are. Ooh, I love it. Okay. Love it. Let's get into the charts and what I'm sort of looking at this morning. Got to be a little bit cautious this morning. Rates have come down slightly on the 10-year, but still very, 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 very high. I'd love to see them come into that. VIX is up. It seems to be on a bit of a rise at the moment. You can see this light channel forming, so that means there's going to be more volatility in the market, possibly more bad news. IWM pulling back down, beautiful rejection again. So this is going to be nice to be up on that trade, which would be good. ES, you can see there's some levels, but it's chopping around, right? So just be cautious of this at the moment and the market in general, because you're not getting these fixed levels, and there's a lot of chop, there's a lot of change. So just be cautious. Levels on the SPY, you can see I've got a few of them. But the major ones, I think a nice rejection off that 97 looks good. That'll be a potential long entry. I'm on the hourly. Let's jump down to the 15-minute and get a little bit more detail. Yeah, you can see that nice little wick there. So that 497 for a long, but you've got to watch it into this 498.50. And big watch into the 99,500 level. There's a fair bit of rejection in there, so if you're going long off the 97, it's not the longest play in the world, but you do have a clear stop loss underneath. The other thing to be wary of here is this rising 20 SMA, so I'll pull back to that 94 when the SMA touches it. It's not unreasonable. Like, that would probably be quite nice, to be honest. My ones that I held on to from Friday are fucked, so that's annoying. Qs, a little bit different because they're already touching the 20, so I would be happy to see a pullback there and then look long off that. That would be my best entry for the Qs. But because it's on that 20, what I'd probably prefer is a break over the 30, pull back, and then go over that 430. That would be my preference. And then I think, you're going to have some resistance around that 32, 33. That's a bit of a pain in the ass level. And if it gets over that, you're probably on a quite nice little ride up to those highs. Right. Top watches for this morning for me. Definitely Tesla is a big one. I want this to pull back to the 95. I don't know that I'll get it. So the 96 entry is really looking good for some upside. That 206 is still the target. But yeah, if we can get this sort of 96 would be my first entry, and I'd enter more at 95. If it breaks down there and you've got the VWAP telling you, nah, catch you later, then I'd be out. And you've possibly got another entry around 92. So they'd be 3 levels, but I would can this one and I'd re-enter again down here if it did that and look for upside. But this is a interesting level, should be a top watch, in my opinion. Netflix, to me, this is a brilliant level hold. I'm really happy with this level. Bang, bang, bang. I've had this level in there for a while. I believe I made a bad entry last week in there. Yeah, last Friday, so just a bad entry. So I'll be down on that one, but I don't really care because for me, this is setting up for a way better trade. So I'm actually going to start a new trade in here. Probably look at 580 calls for the week. And I think the potential upside is definitely over the 600 level. So this and Tesla are 2 really good setups, in my opinion, for the upside. Now, if you're looking for the upside, you have to be cautious of the Qs. So be watching this at the same time and manage your expectations based on how this is sort of navigating. If this isn't moving anywhere, you still might get upside in them, but it's probably just not going to be super strong. So cautious there. TSM is a semiconductor company that's coming into some key levels. You just got to be really careful with the semis at the moment because NVIDIA's got earnings coming. So very, very cautious. Amazon, this level is playing beautifully. And if you have a look, you've got this rising 20 into that. So playing off this 67.50, get some calls around 68, 69. I think that's pretty. I'm going to move that up to 3rd on my watch today. That's pretty good money that you can make off that one, I think. So keep an eye on that. Similar sort of thing. But if you've got Amazon, Netflix, and Tesla all moving strongly, even if the others are just a bit muted, you'd think the Qs go to the upside. So, and they're right in touching that 20. It could be a nice little bounce on that today. And if you can catch all 3 of these, it's certainly one of them. Could be quite a nice day. Meta is probably the last one I'm going to look at today. I don't want this to be a long one. Down on that fucking Meta trade. I got in, where was I? I was sort of loading up around there. I'm still probably of the expectation that it'll bounce up, but you might get a pullback to that 64 first, which, if it does happen, I'm going to be pretty fucking happy because I will be leveling the shit up out of that trade. And I think the 78's looking like a rejection. Like this is a bit of a fake out, bit of a shit one that it didn't hold. But certainly up to this 78 level, you're looking pretty good. And if you can enter in around this 64.50, good potential. So they're my top 5 longs. The one I would be looking at short is Google. Because you see it's under this SMA, boom, reject, rejecting this key level of 44, reject again the key level of 44, and just constantly lower highs, lower lows. But I'd love a move back up to this 44 level before going short again. I don't know that you can get that, but I'd be looking at Google if you're looking at shorting. The other ones don't look like great setup short, in my opinion. And I'm not really going to go over NVIDIA because it's got earnings this week. But your levels, you're probably something between 709, 708, and top of the range 742. You could play that. They're just very expensive contracts. 694 would be a brilliant pullback. I would be tempted to enter if it came back there. SMCI, good luck. Fuck me, going cliff diving here. Nah, not touching. Do what you want. It's not for me. Snow consolidation, but I just don't like it. Coin. Watch the Bitcoin chart. If you're playing this, if Bitcoin is going down, this is going to go down. Had really good earnings, but if Bitcoin has a reversal and it's at key level now at the 53,000 is a key level for Bitcoin. So if you get a bit of a rejection off this and it comes back down, expect coin to drop. Microsoft, I think in downside on Microsoft as well. If you could probably look for a rejection play off this 20 if it comes back up to 406, 407. I don't have a real clear downside target though. That's sort of my problem. Maybe 403, but yeah, I don't know. The upside ones are better for me. I haven't had a look at PDD this morning. Oh, look at that! Came into the third. Fuck, that would have been a great short. Damn. Anyway, yeah, I think the Chinese market's going up, so just be cautious. It's a bit of a choppy morning. Nothing super clear right now, except for my top 3 watches, in my opinion, which are Tesla, the upside, Netflix to the upside, and that for me is at a better level than Tesla, and Amazon to the upside, which just needs to come back a little bit. They'd be my 3 top watches. For the upside, even though the markets have sort of pulled back a bit, it's still consolidation. Everything's still an uptrend. Good luck if you want to be bearish. I'm just not really doing it right now. I'm still looking long because, yeah, it's just every time I try and not do that, I get murdered. So it is what it is. Righto, lads. Go smash it, make some green, and I'll see you on the next one.